Hi there, my name is Kumar and I'm going to demonstrate proper push-up form. And we're going to go through every single body part and how it's involved in doing the perfect push-up. A lot of people do push-ups and they do them very incorrectly and they're only using certain parts of the body. I'm going to show you how every single body part is involved and how you can regress if a push-up is too hard for you and how you can progress if a push-up is too easy for you. Okay? So we're going to start with the fingers. Fingers are never together in a push-up. We always want to splay our fingers. And we want to grip the floor like we're trying to rip up the mat. So if we were in a push-up position, our fingers are not together, they're apart, and we're trying to grip the floor. So we're ripping it up. I lift up my thumb, and most of the weight is on the outside of the palm. So the weight is going to be primarily right there in the palm. So those are the fingers, the thumb is lifted, and now the wrist. The wrist has to have a base level of flexibility. If you can't put your wrist like that, you may need to come up and elevate onto a stool or do a push-up on the wall. If your wrist is only there, then that's going to compensate, or that's going to create compensations up the chain. So we need to have that level of flexibility. So finger splayed, thumb up, and I need to get over top of my hand. So I have to have that good, strong, stable base. It's a straight line from wrist to elbow to shoulder. So now I go to my elbows. The common mistake is to flare elbows out. And then that's going to create compensations all the way up through the body. So we want to have our elbow pits. These are our elbow pits. These are armpits. These are elbow pits. We want our elbow pits facing forward. So when I'm doing a push-up, fingers splayed, thumb up, over top of the wrist, elbow pits facing forward. Okay? Next we go to this area. A lot of people start to pull the shoulder blades back or fall in through the spine. We want to create a power chamber from here to here. So we're going to pull our sternum, that's this one here, into our spine and pull our shoulder blades apart. And we're going to tighten this super tight. So fingers splayed, thumb up, elbow pits facing forward, pull the spine up, pulling the sternum into the spine, get it over top of the hands, elbow pits forward, and now my upper body is in the right position. Okay? So instead of like this, I'm pulling away from the floor. Now we go to here, midsection. You want to make sure that you're not doing a push-up in that sway back position. You want to tuck, 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 maximum tuck, so that we shorten the distance from here to here. And that will create a better power chamber for my push-up. Fingers splayed, thumb up, over top of the wrist, elbow pits facing forward. Create that hollow body, tuck, 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 not like that. So tucking and body straight. So we're in like a planking-like motion. If your body comes up a little bit, that's okay. I'd rather see that than that. And one thing I forgot to mention, head always down. Don't look at your target. We want to keep a neutral spine, so we're looking down at the floor. Okay? Next, legs. Thighs can be contracted, knees locked out. So when we're doing our push-up, you can have your feet together, you can have your feet apart, you can even go a little bit wider if you're doing one-handed push-ups. I like to be about like that, and I like to be strong on my toes. Fingers splayed, thumbs up, over top of the wrist, elbow pits facing forward, hollow body, pelvic tilt, pulling the spine up, pelvic tilt reinforced, feet together, and now I can start my push-up. Notice in the down position, I'm almost propped on my elbows. Elbows don't flare out, propped on my elbows. Hollow body remains, head is down, and then I explode out from the bottom position. Okay, so lots of stuff going on in push-ups. Everything's involved. Now how can I make it easier or harder? If you can't do a push-up from your toes, I'd recommend coming up on some sort of elevated platform. It could be a bench, a footstool, a plyo box, put your hands here or here. Same things apply. Not so concerned about the hands right now, but elbows in tight. Same plank-like body. So then I can progress to the floor from the knees. Not like that, not like this. Straight body. All the same principles as a push-up from the toes, but I'm from my knees. Okay, and we can do push-ups from our toes. And I would not progress to toe push-ups unless you can do a minimum of 10 push-ups from the knees. Then you can progress to push-ups from the toes. Okay? How can I make a push-up harder if I'm already doing good push-ups from my toes? Well, that's a fairly advanced technique, but if you have good body awareness, you can actually make your feet lighter. So, from this position, everything is locked in tight. I lift, I almost levitate off my toes. I'm light on my toes, and now I can make this almost maximum repetition. Almost levitating, so light on my toes. So you can make push-ups easy. You can go up against a wall. You can progress to a bench, to the floor from your knees, light on your toes, and then you can play around with different things like feet elevated. Same thing, fingers played, thumb up, pelvic tilt, hollow body, elbows in tight. So some people do push-ups slow, some people do them fast. I like a bit of a faster pace. That times my breathing better. It's a personal preference. You can mix it up, so you can do workouts where you do everything super slow. You can do workouts where you do things a little bit faster. So a slow workout, I'll show you from the knees, would be something like this. You can even pause at the bottom. Hold, hold, hold. Come halfway up, all the way up. Or you can do a more piston-like motion. Now you might hear my breathing, hopefully you do. Most beginners, intermediates, and most advanced will exhale on the exertion. That's pushing away from the floor. But a very advanced technique is actually exhale both ways. And that, you don't even have to think about breathing in. The pumping action of your body brings oxygen into your body. So, I'll just show you from the knees. From here, so you can get into a really good rhythm of doing high rep push-ups, and you're never taking your breath, and the exhale actually helps lower your heart rate, which helps make the exercise a little bit easier. Okay? So if you have any questions, put it in the comment section, or you can reach me on Facebook, comments on YouTube, and feel free to post discussion questions. Thank you very much.